Hi, thank you for tuning in. This is a quick practice, a little routine you can do if you have a yoga bolster at home. So you can grab your bolster, you can get yourself set up, and I will show you a little series of poses you can do. Very relaxing, very beginner friendly. So if you take this bolster, if you have a, a pet on your bolster, you might need to ask them to get off first. Come on, girl. All right, so if you have a bolster, we will take that. You can put it sideways. Go ahead and have a seat on your bolster. So it might take a little maneuvering for you to get yourself comfortable here, but hold your hands onto the side of this bolster and then gently lower down with your upper body. So the idea is that the bolster is going to stay right underneath our hips, our low back area here. It may take a little bit of adjusting to get you in a comfortable position here. But once you arrive, you're going to take both of those knees, pulling them in towards your chest, and then gently letting the bottoms of your feet go right on up to the sky, the ceiling here. You can take those arms and just kind of set them on the side of your legs here. If you're not used to using the bolster here, it may take a little bit of maneuvering. You might need to wiggle or reposition that bolster around a little bit. But once you're here, you're going to see how far you can reach down your legs. So holding onto your ankles or your shins, your pants even. But if you can make it to the outsides of your feet here, we're just going to gently open up into this happy baby pose. That's a nice pose to find a little bit of movement in. If you notice that your legs just want to take that little slow motion sway side to side, you can absolutely just lean into that. But you'll close your eyes here, soften through your forehead, and then take a couple of rounds of breath so you can really feel this nice stretch. We're gently going to let those legs come back and together so you can use those hands to guide them back together. Dropping the feet down just enough to where you can take that left ankle, rest it on top of your right thigh, making this figure four shape, and then you're gently just going to pull the lower body towards your upper body. Again, getting yourself nice and comfortable. This is a great position to also check in with this ankle on the right side. It may feel good to give it some circles or you flex and point, taking care of that ankle, and then just really settling into the stretch. Just a little bit of resistance as you pull that lower body towards the upper body, but nice big stretch on that left side through the glute, the hip, the hamstring, the quad. Closing your eyes, we'll take a round of breath here. Loosening those fingers enough to let those legs lower down a bit. And then we're just going to uncross and reverse to the other side. So the right ankle will rest on top of the left thigh this time. Reaching through, you can grab the front part of your shin here or your hamstring as well. You might want to experiment and see what feels better for you to grab here. Again, checking in with your foot on this side. You can make some circles. I think they end up more like ovals, but whatever shapes you've got going on there. And then flex and point, just doing what feels good here for that foot, that ankle. Again, settling in on this side, gentle pull of that lower body towards the upper body. Taking a round of breath as you breathe into those muscles on that right side. And we'll loosen the fingers here, uncrossing at the ankles. You'll think about keeping your right knee in, so we'll interlace the fingers here, and then extend that left leg. So on the bolster, this is going to feel like the ground or the floor is pretty far away. So you're going to take your time to lower that heel down, waiting for the contact. You got it. Once you're there, you'll notice that big stretch to the front side of this hip here. Very nice area to work into. You've got this gentle pull of the right knee gently towards your chest. Again, pause in here to take a round of breath, nice and slow. Taking your time to reverse these legs here. So you'll gently let that left leg start to make its way back in towards your upper body. Moving those hands over to that left knee will let that right leg extend and then make its way down. Taking your time. Feel that stretch to the front part of your hip and then readjusting on this left side. If you need to make any little adjustments here, you certainly can. Blowing out completely on your exhale here. Begin to loosen those fingers on that left leg. We're just going to let this left leg make its way out towards that right leg. Again, feeling the stretch through both sides here, the front of the hips. You can rest those hands right there on those hip bones if that's comfortable for you. You also have the option to just tee these arms out to the side with your palms up. Maybe even letting those legs relax a bit more here so you can feel the stretch soften into it. Letting those feet make their way back in towards your bottom. What we're going to do from here is go ahead and lift up with our upper bodies. So two options here. You can either lift your hips up enough to where you scooch this bolster out from underneath you, and then you can make your way up that way. Or you can just lift up off of the bolster. But from this position, we're going to move the bolster to where it's long ways right behind our body. Think about just letting it butt up towards your hip bones here. Coming down into a reclined modified fish pose. So you can take your legs out in front. They have the option to just relax here nice and open, or you could bring your insides of your feet together to make this butterfly position, and then just lower yourself down, rest in your spine on this bolster. The back of your head comes down as well. And then we are taking those arms right out to the side. Feeling the opening in your chest here. Making any little adjustments with the bolster here that you may need. Closing your eyes so you can soften into this pose. If you're feeling nice and relaxed, you can stay just like this. Few rounds of breath. If the shoulders or upper body needs a little bit more, you can find an inhale and then just reach those right fingertips up. So you'll reach it over towards the left side of your body. And then as you exhale, just let that arm float back down. Maybe feeling a little longer on that side. And then just reversing that over to the left. So inhale to pull that arm up, reach it over towards the right. You think about making space in that shoulder blade in the back. And then letting that arm float right back down. Staying here for a few rounds of breath. Really enjoy the chest opener here, the nice stretch through your shoulders. Staying here in this restful position as long as you would like. Whenever you are ready, we'll just gently make our way back up to a seated position. So you'll move slowly. Let those knees come back together first if you have those open. And then using those hands for a little support. Help yourself back up here. If you like, we will meet in a seated position, maybe in the middle of your mat here. Bringing those palms together. Namaste. Thank you for tuning in, and I will see you next time.